Hi, I'm Toni,
And I'm Sig.
and this week we have bopped it, we have hit it, and now we're skipping it. Welcome to episode 4 of Shedding a Little Light on the Situation. I'd like to start this week by congratulating our big Mansley on hitting 700. Woo, woo, woo.
Hooray!
Was it on your warlock?
It was on my wall.
Obviously, it was
If
the
you've
warlock.
seen my Instagram post, if you follow me there, it's official_SigmaDB.
Oh, I'm very excited for you. How does it feel knowing you've completed one of your 3 characters?
It feels like I've completed one of my 3 characters and my Titan's still 150 power levels under where it needs to be.
Yay! I mean, it's a lot higher than my Titan, let's be fair.
Level 1, light level 15, I believe.
Probably something like that, yeah. But yeah, congrats.
Thank you.
Takes a lot of hard work. So yeah, it's about that time. First time in what, like 4 seasons you've actually been max power level?
Yeah, I don't think I've been max power level since the end of Warmind, which was season 3.
Flipping heck. I can't even remember that.
You weren't around.
Exactly, I can't even remember that. But yeah, congrats.
Thank you.
Big deal. So yeah, now you're up there with the big man. Showing them how it's done. With your newly acquired Luna's Hell.
Thank God. That only took 4 seasons as well.
How are you finding Luna's Hell?
Just as I expected, it's crispy. It hits.
Do you use it a lot, or?
I haven't been playing PvP a lot at the moment.
Oh, yeah.
Because of certain things that are going on that we'll discuss later.
Yeah, it's true. So is it just there but not being used?
Yeah, it's just sat in
looking pretty. Because give it to it. It's a very pretty gun.
It's actually based on a model from Destiny 1.
Alright, fair enough. It's a very pretty gun.
It is.
I will give it that. And you also acquired as a Thorn, which I personally think is an even prettier gun.
It is.
I do like that gun. It looks so nice.
People will remember that gun from Destiny 1 and the pain it used to inflict in PvP. Strangely though, I find it more of a PvE gun in Destiny 2.
Okay. That's different. I'll tell you what I did like about this whole you acquiring the Thorn thing. The strike we ended up doing. So you could do it.
Yeah, I must do a massive shout out to Toni and to our good friend Jimmy.
Thanking you. It was a good time.
It was.
It was stressful at parts. Towards the end, we were like, we can do this, but we just need to shut up. Because I think I was singing, because for some reason there was music in the background, and anyone who knows me knows that if there's music, I'm either singing or dancing. And I think I just annoyed Jimmy at one point, and he went deadly quiet. And I mean, we did it. It took us a couple of hours, maybe hour.
An hour and a half, maybe.
Yeah, it got done. It was well worth it when we finished because we'd finished it.
And I acquired my Thorn.
And you acquired the Thorn, yes, and it's very pretty. Yeah, it was good. It was a good time. I enjoyed that. I, on the other hand, acquired 2 exotic drops in 2 days.
Not even at the end of the missions, just during.
Just during.
You know how long it's been since I've seen a drop like that in the wild?
Gone?
It's about 6 months.
That's kind of funny. Considering I got 2. So I got shards of Galanor.
You did.
Which apparently there's people, I put in the comment, like, guys, is this normal? And they were like, no, I've not even got them yet. And I was like, oh. But I can't use that before you point that. I can't use them before you point it out. Because I haven't got the super to go with it. But they look nice.
They do.
They do look very nice. And I also acquired a Darcy, which I used yesterday properly, which was nice. And it was just useful. Yeah, and combined with the amount of enhancement cores I get when I get to 700, I'll be very impressed with myself.
You'll be able to level up anything and everything that you want to use.
Yeah, I remember you saying the other day or earlier, being like, if you want to know where the enhancement cores are at, hit Toni up. She's got them all. I'm
pretty sure that she has the entire economy, guys.
Probably have. But the issue was I didn't realise how rare they were until you told me. And I was like, fair enough. They're obviously rare. I didn't know this.
To be fair, earlier I was playing and I got 7 to drop out of nowhere and I don't know why. Because I'm not on the Vanguard side.
Maybe they felt sorry for you. I'm not on the Vanguard side either. And I still get a lot.
Yeah, I know.
I'm on Drifters.
Yeah, speaking of Drifter, you also completed his quest this week. What do you think to that?
It was good. I enjoyed it. It was alright. Found a lot about him. I quite like him as a guy. Top guy. We're going to touch on that in a minute, though. But we did my first dungeon and raid.
Let's start with the dungeon. What did you think of the dungeon?
Oh my god.
What do you think to the aesthetic of it all?
It was so confusing. The amount of times I lost you and the person who was playing with, shout out to Alpha, lost both of you. It's my god.
The maze section. I was already halfway up the second section.
It was like, where are you? And I'm like, I'm here. And you're like, oh, that's where you need to be. And I was like, I just ran up the stairs. They were just there. They were like, that's not how you play this, Toni. So, I played it. It's fine. I got it. And then after that, it was all downhill. Literally. No. Right. I didn't enjoy that very much.
You didn't enjoy the dungeon?
Not as much, no.
Okay, well, let's talk
about... It was just very stressful. But then I played a raid.
Which was the Scourge of the Past raid?
It was okay. It was different. I didn't find it as stressful as you found your first time you did that raid. But I also feel it's because I was the only one who hadn't done it. Yeah. Mixed with the fact I didn't do a lot because you guys were practically carrying me. It was just Toni, just kill these dregs and it'll be fine. just be fine. Other than the whole sparrow incident.
Yeah, let's talk about that sparrow
Let's not
incident.
talk about the sparrow incident.
Goes through first door.
Dies.
Hits a pipe. Bounces Sig down to the lower level. Sig manages to pull his sparrow back out. Survive until near the end. Before getting blown up by the servitor.
And I was dead.
And you were dead the entire time. But we did it in one run.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was 10 out of 10.
I think it was... can't remember who made it to the end, actually.
Not me.
It wasn't me.
Spoiler alert, not
Spoiler alert, not me.
But no, we did it. It took us a couple of times to kill the boss guy.
What do you think of the boss?
See, you commented afterwards, like, being like, you were really quiet. You weren't even shocked at the size of the boss. And I was like, it's a boss. They're usually quite big. And you were like, okay, Toni, that's not normal. But no, like, he was a big guy. He had a bit of a weird belly button that kept glowing and we had to shoot it. Like,
that was a servitor inside the mech suit that was controlling the mech.
It had a weird belly button, you had to shoot it. Like,
that's the best description of that boss I've ever heard.
It was a belly button though, in effect.
Shoot him in the belly button, guys.
Yeah, it was okay. Like, he was big. He was a big guy, and he kept hiding behind buildings and stressing everybody but me up because I had no idea what was going on. The worst part was the CAP thing, which was circular, angular, and parallel. And then you can't cross circles, and I forgot to move, and I blew Alpha up, and Alpha was like, Toni, pay attention! And I was like, sorry! Except he did that in a whole Scottish accent dynamic. But I'm not going to even try and do it, because I feel like I might offend people. Yeah. And it was just, it was interesting. And did okay, apparently. Like, at the end, everyone was like, you did well! Hey!
Shout out to the clan for helping with that.
Big shout out. Thanks for carrying me, guys. 10 out of 10 as always. Love you all. Yeah, we also did some Gambit. Not as exciting as the raid. Need to improve. I'm now Fable 1 or 2. I'm Fable 2. And yeah, it's kind of a big achievement because I'm not great at the game, but I'm getting there slowly.
I've got to say, I've been playing a lot more of Gambit Prime than I've been playing the initial Gambit. I don't think I've ever reset a rank in Gambit, and I'm really close to resetting my Infamy rank.
Yay, well done.
Which is kind of impressive.
Yeah.
Really didn't think I'd like this season a lot, but I really do.
No, I was sceptical about Gambit, but that was because I didn't know what it was, how to do it, or anything like that, fresh in. And it was good. I enjoyed it. I enjoy it quite a lot. Like yesterday, I was like, oh, what should we do now? I was like, hey, let's go do Gambit. And you and we were playing with Alpha sort of groaned about it. I was like, oh, fine. And we ended up doing it. It was really good. I really enjoyed it. Got shouted at a few times for not collecting motes and banking them. But, like, it's just because I'm scared of dying and letting everyone down. But yeah, I'm getting better than I was, to be fair. Definitely better than I was. Also did some Tier 2 Reckoning.
How'd that go?
I did 5 attempts. Was close 3 times. The 4th time... I played with Blueberries 4 up to 5 times. The 3 of those times we got really close. Really solid teams will help. The 4th time we went to do it, people just sort of left mid-game and left me sort of on my own. And I had to wait for people to join me, and it didn't end very well. And then the 5th time I played with the clan. We didn't quite do it, but whose fault was that, Sig?
That might have been my fault for not using my Well of Radiance on the bridge section.
Yeah.
Apologies there.
Yeah, it's fine, don't worry. It's quite funny because I never realised how big a team thing it was.
Oh, yeah.
In the sense that if you're a hunter, like, you always shout at me, like, you're a hunter, own it, do a tether and reckoning. And, like, the funny part was the fact that you were your warlock, own it, use your Well of Radiance, and then didn't. But you did eventually.
Kind of because I'm used to having 2 warlocks, and
yeah,
the other warlock usually runs a well there.
Yeah. I mean, there were... How many hunters? There was you as a warlock.
Then 3 hunters.
And then 3 hunters, yeah. So, you had to carry us. You had to carry us with your well.
There was 2 hunters in a Titan.
Titan, yeah. So you had to be our well, and you didn't.
Oh well.
Oh well, oh well, oh well. I really need to stop thinking I'm not funny, because I'm not. Then we did some private PvP.
How'd that go?
During the week. Initially it was me and you. And the highlight of that for me, which I will insert the clip because it was a proud moment of mine, I killed Sig twice. Once I killed him, and then the second time I got heavy. And he's in this clip, he sort of zooms in to see me, and next thing you know, I've used my heavy on him and he's dead again. And if you could hear the sound on it, it was just him being like, laughing with like, that's just class, I'm recording this. That's 10 out of 10. I was like, yes, fulfillment in life. I've killed him twice. I mean, he still won, like every game we played. Yeah, and then we introduced our friend Jimmy, who helped with the strike previously, and it was just fun. I think I supered Jimmy a couple of times, and he wasn't expecting it.
I don't know,
it was
too
good.
busy
Trying to kill us. Yeah, it was good. And there was a time where I killed you, I killed Jimmy whilst trying to kill you, and it didn't quite go to plan. Then you ended up killing me, and yeah, it was an interesting few games. I really enjoyed it. And you've just tried to do the Iron Banner, haven't you, Sig?
I have. About 30 minutes before we started recording this episode, I was in the Iron Banner.
Yes. How do you find it?
Iron Banner is Iron Banner. It is what it is. It's degraded over time from Destiny 1. I really think the armour sets look awful these days. They're not as knightly as they used to be, which is what the Iron Lords are meant to be all about. Not a fan of the look of the aesthetic of the thing. Rewards are kind of crap these days. Iron Burn's kind of a terrible idea. And basically, the reward for the Iron Burden isn't worth it. 500 kills while using Iron Burden to basically get a year 1 weapon that they brought into year 2 without random rolls. And the roll that they give you is terrible, and it's just not worth grinding out for.
Yeah. I haven't touched Iron Banner. Mainly because I'm really bad at PvP.
The one reward that would be worth it, if you could actually get to it within the next 2 Iron Banners, is the emblem. 2,500 kills, which is a lot to ask of someone while under the Iron Burden in order to receive this emblem that I don't think very many people will have.
Yeah.
It'll be a trophy prize.
Yeah, it'd be quite rewarding if you were one of those people.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, do you want to put all that effort in to get this?
I think you'd need...
I think that's down to the individual.
At this point you'd need about 300 and something kills per day.
Yeah. Didn't you just, like, on one of the games I sort of caught you watching, didn't you just wipe out an entire team?
I did.
And what was your power level on that?
598.
And you managed to kill the entire team?
I did manage to kill the entire team.
How? Just how? When they were all sort of 690, 700s and you just...
That's the power of the revelry right there. Spam the grenades, pop your super and go in.
Hope for the best.
Hope for the best.
That's fair. And talking of the revelry, someone's acquired the item I really wanted.
What, the Ladybug shell?
Yes, the Ladybug shell.
I also got the ornament for the helmet, which I'm quite sad about because we won't be seeing that again after 2 weeks. It'll just be vanished.
Just got rid of.
Yep.
Kind of sad.
It is.
Like, they do look quite pretty.
It kind of reminds me of the Age of Triumph at the end of Destiny 1. If I can find any images of that, I'll have Toni insert them.
Well, we'll put them on social media.
Mm-hmm.
We'll do either.
We'll do either one.
Yeah. But it was, you're kind of sad that you'd done all this work and now they're going.
The idea of augmenting your armour to look even cooler is something I'm a big fan of in Destiny.
Yeah. I'm a big fan of looking cool. But I don't at the moment. But yeah, I quite like the idea of my hunter being like really suave and cool. And at the moment, I go for a very pink aesthetic.
I can't really say much. My warlock is golden, very golden at the minute.
Yeah, I like the pink aesthetic I'm aiming for on my hunter, just because I like to sort of be known as the female of our group. I'm not the only female in our clan, but yeah, I like to point out I'm a female. Probably shouldn't need to, but yeah. I like aesthetics, and I feel like some of the stuff I've got from the Revelry has been quite nice. Sort of like I've got the Sparrow from the Revelry, I've got some boots, a cape, and yeah, I've got some nice things. And yeah, I haven't got any of like the ladybugs, which I'm really upset about. Haven't got the antlers either, but yeah.
Doesn't matter, they'll be gone in 2 weeks anyway.
Exactly. Oh well, all be fine.
Right.
So we have some questions. Woo! We have only got 3 this week. So the first one is, what controllers do you use?
You can start this one.
I use an Elite controller when I remember to use it. And the rest of the time I use a standard Xbox controller, because I play on Xbox, surprisingly. And yeah, I alternate between the two, because I'm really bad at remembering to use the buttons on the back of the Elite controller, because I always forget which one does what. But yeah, I predominantly use my Elite controller. What about you, Sig?
I use a Razer Wolverine Xbox One Ultimate Edition.
That's a fancy title for a controller.
It is.
Is it a good controller, would you say? Or?
It's a wired only controller, so it won't work if you don't have it plugged in.
Yep.
Which reduces the input lag. So if you click a button, you'll shoot instantly in the game.
That's good.
It's got really nice buttons, and the paddles on the back can be set to anything, but where your bumpers are on the top, there's also 2 extra buttons, which you can map to any other button you want. And then at the bottom, there are 2 buttons that you can either slow your turning movement down, or you can speed up and turn around quicker onto your enemies.
That's cool.
Which is how I managed to do so many of my fancy little spins and stuff, and shotgun very quick.
Shotgun sick.
Shotgun sick.
So our next question is, how much do you game on a weekly basis? You know, first, Sig?
I pretty much game whenever I have free time off of work.
Yeah. Which is... It depends on the week.
Yeah, it's about
same for me, to be fair.
12 to 20 hours a week, I'd say.
Yeah, I don't think I game as much as you.
I don't think you do either.
No, I probably game 4 or 5 hours a week, if that. But I think that's because I have so much going on in my life. It's ridiculous. Whether that be sort of uni placement, or whether it's just sort of a social life and going out for coffee, which I do quite a lot, and it's fitting it all in. But when I have free time and I'm not writing essays and stuff, I do game. So about 4 or 5 hours a week, and over summer I'm thinking that probably might increase if I'm not working and things like that. So yeah, it depends on however much time we've got that week. And the last one is, what are your go-to weapons?
I'll let you take the...
I'm quite posh to my Ace of Spades at the moment, but I do like a good pulse rifle, mainly because I like to click the trigger. So an auto rifle for me doesn't really work because I tap it, which isn't sort of the point. So a pulse rifle sort of has this 2 things I need combined, sort of the burst as well as the tapping motion I like. I do quite like my hand cannons at the moment, and my heavy is either a Thunderlord, which I use quite a lot, or my Wardcliff coil, which is quite nice. I do like that. I do also like my Darcy if I'm like sniping So it depends on what I'm doing and who's shouting at me for what guns I need. So like yesterday during the raid, it was you need to have a sniper rifle. And then one of our other clan members was like, Toni, didn't you get Darcy like yesterday? Why didn't you use that? So I use my Darcy. But most of the time it's whatever my highest is. What about you?
I have a Masterworked Bygones, which is a pulse rifle, acquired from the Gambit playlist.
Yep.
I have a Masterwork Badlander that has slide shot and full auto.
I'm guessing that might be a
That
shotgun.
is my shotgun.
Shotgun sig.
And I usually use either my Hammerhead or my Thunderlord in my heavy slot. But I've been having a lot of fun with the Black Talon sword lately.
Okay.
Because it's kind of a projectile sword, so you can swing it and launch off a projectile.
Okay.
So it gives it a fun little flavour, especially the warlocks do float and then you
fun
swing.
Little flavour. I love that little saying now. Fun little flavour by Shotgun Sig.
But if it's like a competitive match, I'll probably run a Luna's Howl and maybe a sniper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds about right.
Yeah. It's good. It's good combo of weapons. In the armour slot, I tend to use transversive steps, especially if I'm using my shotgun. You'll always see me sliding around. I never have to reload with that.
Hate those things. Hate them.
They've been in the game since Destiny 1, and hopefully they make it to Destiny 3, because without them, I'm pretty much buggered.
Yeah, you would be, and I hope they don't survive just on principle. You make the game hell. So yeah, I think that's this week. We are on social media. We have Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. As always, watch at the end of the video. We have some interesting clips for you from this past week, and we hope you enjoyed it. So thank you very much, and we'll see you soon.
See you soon, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Friendly suggestion. Drop them first, Cap.